Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Oakland Raiders. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Yellow, on the line. Push him back. Push him back.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down now. It's White, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Stay back, stay back. Watch the safety crew.
Now here's Mahomes. Only an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Ball in there, break on the football, go make a play, and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I spent extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. The guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Brandon, after last week we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. They'll run with Hunt on, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Last week we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched that yardage and create those nice runs, but they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
Carr. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Hunt. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack. Of the season.
The 40-yard line.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Carr now to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
734. Check.
On first down, Carr. There goes a deep ball. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Julio Jones. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After an incomplete pass, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders in 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
At the 35-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw his car. Into a dust, intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. Nicole Hardman, the intended target. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
26.
Carr going to throw. This is caught by Williams. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Raiders 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Carr now on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Going on the ground, it's White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Mahomes now to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but... Most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. But they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Down. 180. Watch tight end. 3 down. 3 down.
Gets past 1 man. Busts through the tackle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. In there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a third.
Right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Alert. Alert. 3 down. 3 down.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 20. One back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Offense set to get this drive started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 1 yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on now. Come on now.
Now Carr. Complete to Dorsett. A gain there of 21 yards.
Not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now, 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180.
Carr now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing now is Carr. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Carr now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
What we got? Check 99. Check 99.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Monday, down. Blue 80. Switch.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 39, Mahomes. And for the third time here in this half, picked off at the 47. Nico Hardman, the intended target. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darren Lee picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to take a and it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Whereas his guys will get the football back. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Okay, Brady, I see you.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and goal, Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Leonard. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Change situation. Change. Get out there. Stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football up and to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense back, essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver. And you're
heavy rush, and down he goes. A rough couple of weeks for the man under under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Throw left side complete. That's Leonard. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them, no pickup.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room.
Or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders win already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They built a good first half lead. Now they have it to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. We got him.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
694.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go next footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? As the scouting
blitz coming, and down he goes. Cleveland Farrell, his 2nd sack of the night.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to it.
From spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Kill.
Now Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 16-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go on, 80. Let's go, let's go. 44 to Mike. 44.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. My goodness, another interception. He picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. Is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
He can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Chris Jones on the stop.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. 93. 93. White Monday. Get set.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
4 down. Mike. 180. 180. We're good. 180.
Jacobs on the draw, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down.
Down. 185. 59. I'm coming.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
Kansas City.
Mahomes now 8 of 17 so far, so under 50%, but he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
44 to Mike, 44.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly. Now White lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 43. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. In down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be hit out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He's going to throw. This is White on the screen. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Yellow. Here we go.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 50-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Get wide.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Completes it to Hardman. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Brings up fourth down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Tighten up. Kill.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Carr. Looking downfield for Jones. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
The Raiders on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. Carr now to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. To throw is Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. To throw again. Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On third and long, it's Carr. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Down. 185. 59. We got it.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Mike down. 180. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Now Carr on the bootleg. Flush to his right, and now he's going to use his legs. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
A 25-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. They'll rifle this one deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
1st down, Chiefs.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Bennett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Wells. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Yellow, yellow. Easy. 44, Mike, 44. Hey, pick your game up.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 2-yard touchdown grab, and the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator. It's 59. Mike the 59. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Raiders, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.